Avoid moving to Salt Lake City unless you can handle these 7 negatives. And I'm going to share those 7 negatives with you right now. So, number one negative would be the stigma. So, you may have heard or read or had someone tell you when you told them you were thinking about making a move to Salt Lake City about that you have to be a Mormon or an LDS member in order to live in Utah. Well, I can tell you for sure that that's not the case. It will be, depending upon, it'll be more of a challenge if you aren't a member of the church. If you move to certain areas of Utah, like the further out area where everyone in the town will be. However, I still think that you'll still won't have a big problem. It will just, they'll try and convert you. And then the second stigma that you always hear would be that you got to be a crazy liberal to move to Utah. However, I think that after living here, you're going to find that a lot of the people are middle of the road. I think they will vote Republican on certain issues and Democratic on other issues. Just know that you're going to find like-minded people regardless of which political affiliation you have and who you think was the greatest president. All of that, you're going to find your people that like one or like the other, and vote certain ways. So know that it really doesn't make a difference which political affiliation you have. Still, you can enjoy Utah for everything that it has to offer. Number two on my list is taxes. So know that Utah has a 4.95% flat tax on your income. So whether you make $1 million or you make $10,000, there might be some sort of limit on if you make a little, but know that you're going to pay about 4.95% on your taxes. So that's nice in some ways. However, if you're moving from a state where you had no state income tax, like we did moving from Tennessee to Utah, we took a little bit of a pay cut moving here because we had no state income tax there. And they also have gasoline tax that's a little higher here than other states, but you can see that our gas prices are, I guess, kind of in the middle of the road as far as that goes. Sales tax would be the next thing. We have anywhere from like 5.95% sales tax all the way up to 8.7% sales tax, and that is going to vary on county and city taxes. Property taxes as well are pretty low at 0.66% overall for the state of Utah, but different cities will have their own property taxes added to that. So you'll want to just research that ahead of time, or just ask me if you're moving to a certain city and you want to know what the property taxes are in that city. I'm happy to share that. When you're moving here to Salt Lake City area, know that the housing here is going to be, that's my number 3, is expensive. Housing here used to be affordable a few years ago, and then everybody decided to move here because of the affordability and a bunch of the other reasons to live here, weather being one, which we're going to touch on more in this video. But know that housing here is not the best for affordability factor, especially if you're coming from certain states in the US or certain areas in the world. Housing can be quite expensive. Know that you're going to probably pay somewhere in the $550,000 to $750,000 range to get a home. You're going to pay more than that to get something really spectacular. But there are options, and I can help you, guide you through that depending upon what city you want to be in, and help you out with all of that. The rents here on apartments are high. When we were looking for Megan, who is going to UVU, to put her in an apartment, it was starting in like the 1,500 range for a 1-bedroom or studio-ish apartment. They would tack this $150 internet fee package thing to it, and then they wanted to charge you for parking, whether you were open air parking, underground parking, or covered parking and garage parking. So they just it just felt like a big gouge fest on apartments here. And you can find some cheap stuff, but I don't think you're going to be under $1,000 a month looking for an apartment here. A housing to rent a house, you're 2,000 plus a month to rent a house, which probably is similar to where you're at, depending upon where you're coming from. It could go up to 4,000 a month, 5,000 a month, depending upon what type of home and what city you're choosing to be in, as well as the neighborhood. Number 4 on my list is we have really poor air quality. So if you have problems with the air, know that Utah does not have great air quality at certain points of the year. We get like these alerts that tell you, today is unhealthy. Like this past weekend, I guess the fires from California caused a problem. But we end up with something called the inversion layer. And what that is it's cold air that gets trapped over warm air. And so that causes an inversion layer, and it's kind of gross to see, but it's causes unhealthy air. And then California loves to send us their smoke from their fires as well. So we do end up with, I don't know, a few weeks a year where the air quality is really, really bad, but overall it's pretty nice. Like you can see the mountains, but this past week, couldn't really see the mountains well at all. Looked really gross to look at them. Should have shot a photo so you could see, but just wasn't what it should be. Number 5 on my list is the alcohol rules. So if you do drink alcohol and are know that they have different rules as far as what you can buy in the grocery store. You can't buy any sort of hard alcohol. You're going to have to go to a place, and they don't sell wine in the grocery store. So you're going to have to go to a place like this. And then certain other craft beers and that sort of thing, you're going to have to buy the state-run liquor store. And they have set hours. They're not open on Sunday. So you're going to have to plan ahead. Certain places want you to order food if you're going to drink at them. So like if you go to a restaurant or whatever, they normally don't just serve you alcohol without ordering food as well with it. So just know that Utah has some crazy alcohol rules. And like if we went to Chili's, and if you wanted to order a drink at Chili's, their bar is back behind, hidden, because it wasn't, or at least supposedly in the past, you weren't allowed to mix drinks in front of other people, like children and stuff. But I've heard that that's changing to where they're going to be able to do that. But the last time we went to Chili's, the bar is like tucked kind of in the back. So the bartender is not like out where you normally would see the bartender mixing drinks and stuff. So that's kind of weird. But know that it does have some unique challenges and stuff to alcohol here in Utah. Number 6 is the weather. And so some people will say that the weather here is, the winter is extreme. It's super cold, it's snowy. And then in the summer, it's super hot. And spring and fall, you have, I guess those are pretty mild. But if you don't like cold winters, you don't want to deal with any snow, Utah may not be the best place for you to move to. And then also, once again, if you hate the hot summers, we do get some heat here. Like we had a week this year of 100+ degree weather. Overall, the summer this year was really nice compared to last summer, where it was much warmer last year than it was this year. And then we'll see how this winter comes up. But the fall is normally really, really nice, and the spring is nice. So we don't end up like some parts of the country where they have a really short fall, and then it goes into like winter. So we'll see what happens this year with the weather. But once again, if you don't like cold weather, you don't like hot weather, then Utah could, may not be the best choice of places to move to. And then last on my list, number 7, is the drivers and traffic here. So know that we have traffic in Utah. It's not as much traffic as like freeway traffic if you're from Los Angeles or Texas or other parts of the country where you deal with interstate traffic. We have more side street traffic because everybody's trying to go on certain streets to get to their house, and you have different ways to get there. But since we only have Interstate 15, and then your other choice really is Bangerter Highway and Mountain View Corridor to drive on. Mountain View Corridor is not my favorite since it's got lots of lights and they haven't built the underpasses and overpasses on it yet. Bangerter is a much better, faster option. know that you can get around pretty quickly, but if you're going to Salt Lake City and you have to cut over to West Valley or West Jordan area, then know that like it can take you 20-30 minutes to get over there with traffic. Since everyone else is trying to get either to or from work in the morning and afternoon. But the rest of the time it's pretty nice as far as traffic goes. So all in all, those were my 7 negatives for you to avoid if you're thinking about making a move here to Salt Lake City. Me and my team would love to talk to you. Reach out, text us, call us, email us, however we can help you. Let us find you and find you the right spot for you to call home. I think you'll really love Utah. Thank you so much.